3, and today I'm going to show you how to play Sushi Go. So, the goal of this game is to be the player with the most points. And I like this game because the cards have sushi, and I like sushi, and also the sushis have faces which make them cute. Also, the game is for 2 to 5 players, and it's really fun to play, and it doesn't take too long to finish a few rounds. So at the start of each game, each person gets a certain amount of cards in their hand. So in a 2-player game, each person gets 10 cards. In a 3-player game, each person gets 9 cards. In a 4-player game, each person gets 8 cards. And in a 5-player game, each person gets 7 cards. So what you'll do when you have your cards is you look at your cards and you select which one you want. So if I want the squindigiri, I just put it in front of me, and once everyone has done that, you give your hand to the person on your left. And that's going to mean that the person on your right is going to give their cards to you. So now that I've selected my card, I will give my hand to the person on my left, and I'll take the person on my right cards and use them. Then I look at the cards which they have, and I choose which one I want. So if I want the samanagiri, I just place it in front of me, and then I give it to the person on my left. And we repeat this process until the players have no cards in their hand, and all the cards are in front of each person. And that means that the round is over, and now it's time to count your points. So if I have the squindigiri and the samanagiri, that means that I have for the squindigiri, that's 3 points, samanagiri 2 points. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So I have 5 points. So these are the different cards which you can expect to find in your hand. So we already looked at the nigiris. The egg nigiri is 1, samanagiri is 2 points, and the squindigiri is 3 points. And then if you put down a wasabi, that means that you can multiply the amount of points you get from a nigiri. So if I have a squindigiri, that means I will do 3 times 3 using the wasabi, which will give me 9 points. That's a lot of points. And then the chopsticks. So what the chopsticks does is, if you put it down in front of you, then on a future turn, you can look into your hand, then you can place the chopsticks into your hand, and then exchange it for 2 cards instead of just picking up 1. And then the Maki rules. The Maki rules are cards that you collect. So if you have the most Maki rolls, so here I have 6. And that means that if I have the most, I can get 6 points. Second most gets 3 points. And the other players get 0. And then there's the tempura. The tempuras, you need 2 of them in order to get 5 points. So that means that if you only have 1 tempura, that means that you get 0. And then there's the sashimis. They're just like the tempuras, except you have to collect 3. And then if you have 3, you can get 10 points. But same thing, if you have 2 or 1 sashimi, you get 0 points. And then there's the pudding. If you have the most pudding cards, then you can get 6 points. And whoever has the least amount of pudding gets -6, which can really make you lose. And then lastly, the dumplings. So these dumplings multiply the amount of points when you get them. So 1 dumpling is 1 point. If you have collected 2 dumplings, that means you get 3 points. And then I have 3 dumplings here, so I can get 6 points. You can get up to 5 dumplings, which means you can get 15 points with only 5 dumplings. That's a lot. So now we're going to play Sushi Go as an example game. And I'm playing with my mom. So we're 2 players, which means we get 10 cards each. So my mom's going to show her cards on camera for you guys to see. And then I'm just going to play normally.
Okay, so I'm going to select the chopsticks card. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use this.
I'm going to select these 2 and put the chopsticks back because the chopsticks allows me to swap for 2 cards. Here you go.
Right, swap. And I'm going to choose
this card.
Chopsticks. So now we switch. I'm going to use our chopsticks
I'll take this card.
to grab 2 temperas.
I'll take this card.
Okay.
I'll take this card.
This one.
I'm going to take the chopsticks.
Okay.
I'll take these 2.
All right.
All right.
So,
Wait, now
let's count.
All right.
Okay, so I have more Mackie rolls.
Okay.
So I get 6 points. I have the most pudding, so I get 6 points. That's a total of 12. I have 2 temperas, which means I get 5 points. So that means I got 7 points. And then I got 2 samanigiris. And I have 2 points for the samanigiri. So that means in total I got 17, 18, I got 19 points. And so, since my mom has no Mackie rolls and has no puddings, she gets -6. So, this is 3 points. This is also 3 points. So that means these ones cancel out with the -6. So she has 5 points here. No points with the chopsticks. 3 points with the wasabi and the egg nigiri. So far, she has 8 points, and then no points for the sashimi. Which means that she has 8 points. And I win.